first question today is going to be, tell me what the Starlight Foundation is.
Okay.
And what is the Starlight Foundation?
The Starlight Foundation grants wishes to children who are critically, chronically, or terminally ill. We have a chapter in Chicago. We also have 7 other chapters across the United States, 2 in Canada, 1 in England, 1 in Australia. The wishes vary from trips to Disneyland, meeting celebrities, a computer, a toy, a puppy, whatever it is that they want, we try and arrange for them.
Mm-hmm. How did you become involved?
Well, my cousin and I started Starlight 8 years ago, mostly because when I was 9, I had a brother who was a year younger than me who died of aplastic anemia. And I was so helpless at that time, at 9, there was nothing I could do to help him or my family. And that frustration sat with me as I grew up. And when I found myself in a position, thanks to a very fortunate career, to help other families and other children going through similar circumstances, then I just made the most of it, and that's how Starlight happened.
Now, I found out by your bio that you're also an emergency medical technician.
Mm-hmm.
How did that interact? I mean, was that because of the same reasons that you became that?
No, I did pre-med when I was at college, and it's always been a subject that I was interested in. When I was living in Los Angeles, when I first moved out, I just decided it would be an interesting course to take. I never really intended to work on an ambulance or in an emergency room. I just think it's useful information, and it has proven to be extremely useful information. Now,
you've gone from that to Fallon Carrington in General Hospital. How did that work out?
Well, wait. Holly Scorpio on General Hospital and Fallon Carrington on Dynasty.
Okay, we'll switch that around. All right.
Well, on General Hospital, I wasn't a nurse, so my EMT qualifications weren't useful at all.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I've been acting since I was 17.
Now, I also heard that you had an experience, I believe it was on the set of Dynasty, where there was a child who was choking, and you assisted.
It was actually my niece.
Oh, really?
Who was playing my daughter at the time on Dynasty. And she swallowed a quarter. Somebody had given her a quarter and she put it in her mouth. And my sister just screamed for me, and I ran down and did what was necessary, turning her upside down and all of the technique, and it came out and she was fine. But I was awfully glad that I went immediately into that EMT mode. You know, you don't even have to think, you're just so well trained that you know what to do.
And of course, papers had reported that you were injured during that.
Oh, well.
Maybe not.
Now, what papers are you talking about?
I'm talking about the... No.
That tabloids, and we know not to believe those, don't we?
The tabloids, you already know. What have you done with the Starlight Foundation? I mean, tell me about some of the activities.
Well, we just had a big gala in Chicago at the Nico Hotel, which was marvelous. We honored the people from Midway, who have been very, very good to us. We have all sorts of events, actually, from the really big galas, black tie, marvelous affairs, to some other smaller events, such as we have a rib eating contest every year, which I participate in. It's about the only time I eat ribs now. It's kind of puts you off, you know. But no, we have so many different ways of raising money.
Now, I know that you have a 900 number. Can you tell me about that?
Well, this is a special project that we were approached by a marvelous new service called Child Guard. And they are a 24-hour identification and security system for children. It's a system that involves labels that you iron into their clothes or stick on their bicycles or whatever. And the labels have 2 things on. One is an 800 number, and the other is a personal identification number for the child. And by calling the 1-800 number, you can contact the parents, the personal physician, find out if the child has any medical kind of history or allergies. Basically, it's so that if the child is in any kind of a crisis, his parents can be reached immediately and he can be taken care of in the best possible way. And that is what Child Guard is. It's a reasonably inexpensive service. It's only $25 a year. And for a short amount of time, if you call this 1-900 number, I think it's until June 25th, the $3 toll on this number to get information on Child Guard, all of that $3 will be going to Starlight. The number is 900-820-2KID, 820-2KID. And also, if you eventually do sign up to Child Guard, you'll get the $3 back. And then some more money goes to Starlight. So we're very happy about this. It's going to be helping kids in many ways.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about you for a short amount of time. What are your latest projects?
Well, I'm very pleased to say that I just finished shooting a movie 3 weeks ago, in which it's a MGM movie, and I was working opposite John Candy. It's a comedy, of course, and it's called Delirious. And also in it is Mariel Hemingway, Raymond Burr, Robert Wagner. It's a really funny movie, and I so enjoyed doing it. It was just a great amount of fun. And I think it'll be good fun to watch, too.
Now, you also have another film coming out this summer with Cheech Marin, is it now? And that's about what?
Oh, we shot that down in New Zealand. It's kind of the opposite of Crocodile Dundee, Mexican restaurant owner in Australia. So that's also a comedy. It's something that I've always wanted to do, is comedies, and though I used to kind of try to add it into what I was doing before, there wasn't that much room in Dynasty, which is more melodrama than comedy. And I added a little bit into General Hospital, but not as much as I would have liked. But now I'm getting to do comedy, which is, as I say, something I've always wanted to do. It's much more fun to make people laugh.
A few questions that I know everybody has always wanted to know, and that would be, number one, would there be, or has there been thought of doing an ending to Dynasty?
I think it's very unfair that there wasn't one. I'm not quite exactly sure why we didn't do a little sort of movie of the week or something to tie up all the loose ends. I guess someone was being greedy, but I don't know who. I think it's a shame, because I think the audience deserve to, after staying with the show that long, to have it resolved. But I guess I'm going to be stuck in that underground tunnel for the rest of Fallon's life.
Now, ever consider going back to daytime soap, General Hospital or something like that?
Well, I'm never one of those people to burn bridges. I mean, I had such a good time on General Hospital, and I'm never going to say never. I've been very fortunate that since Dynasty's finished, I've been working constantly on feature films. So at the moment, that doesn't look like a possibility, but I certainly would never want to insult either the show itself or the audience by saying, oh no, I'm moving on from that, I'm doing bigger and better things, because I loved it. I really did.
Now, what events are coming up for you and the Starlight Foundation that we should look out for?
Ooh, well, we've got the Steve Garvey golf tournament in Hawaii, which sounds kind of fun. I hope I'm going to make it to that one. We've got an event coming up in Australia that I might go to. All sorts of things going on. As for the Chicago area, I think there are a few events coming up, but I don't know what they are. Oh dear, call Starlight in Chicago and they'll tell you.
While we have the time, I was wondering, this part will be separate, if you could do two promos for you being on the first show, the show. The first one is for Starlight. I could say, hi, I'm Miss Sam's, maybe a second or two about Starlight, and, promo the 900 number that they can call.
Okay.
You can,
It's kind of for child guard, though, so it might be, I'll try and figure a way to do it. How long can it be?
As long, go 20, 30 seconds.
Okay,
you
super.
can improv on it at your leisure.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
Okay, they're probably going to have to adjust the camera. That was stupid of me.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Emma Sams. I work with the Starlight Foundation, which is a charity that grants wishes to children who are critically or chronically or terminally ill. And we have found a marvelous organization called Child Guard, which is a service that is a 24-hour identification and security system for children. It's a $25 a year fee. And you can call 1-900-820-2KID for more information. It's a $3 toll, and all that $3 will be going to the Starlight Foundation. So we hope you call, find out more about Child Guard, a marvelous service, and also help the children of the Starlight Foundation. Thank you.
Perfect. Now the second one would be just something for you being on the show. That's hi, I'm Emma Sams. Join me when I talk to Barry Blake on Inside Entertainment, or something in that fashion. It can be totally improv, happy, anything you'd like it to be.
Okay.
And that's at your leisure.
Hi, I'm Emma Sams. Join me when I'm talking to Barry Blake on Inside Entertainment in Chicago.
Perfect. I appreciate the time you spent with us today. It's been an honor interviewing you, and say hi to David for me.
I will, and thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Emma.